Welcome one and all to Scotch and Smoke Rings. Good to have you on the program today. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. I know I am. It's been a blistering one and about time. I mean, I normally don't like the heat, but it's been rainy and miserable and just slushy and awful here in the Pacific Northwest for weeks and weeks and weeks, and today was a beautiful night. Took the kids to a school event tonight. They all had a wonderful time, got them to bed, and here I am, ready for Scotch and Smoke Rings with all of you. The plan for tonight is to continue with Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga, until we finish it. Now, we'll probably finish it pretty soon, because I think there's like an hour to an hour and a half left, according to chat last week. I thought we were going to finish it last week, but apparently I was slow, and that's not the case. Even though we've found all of the obelisks, and we've found all of the trees. So the plan is to finish it today. Now, I did toy with the idea of playing another game once we completed Senua's Saga tonight, just so that I could flesh out the time, but I have been working really hard on my lore video all week, and I'm short on sleep. So after the broadcast tonight, after we finish Hellblade 2, I think I'm going to call it a night and go to bed. So I'm thinking, you know, an hour Q&A at the beginning, the rest of Hellblade, and then we'll call it a night, and I'm going to hit the sack. So no System Shock tonight or anything like that, but we will finish Hellblade. Good to see each and every one of you. We're live on Twitch, Kick, Facebook, and YouTube today. Good to see Graham Cracker Muncher on Twitch today. Batman Do Uber, Odd X, so good to see you all. Of course, it's great to see all of the regulars and the members and the Patreon supporters on YouTube. Nuka Tom, Greg, the Reverend Coyote, Adam M., Lane Berry, Stephen Hall, The Magic Q, Scotty P., Ryan McWilliams, and it's Potato Man with the first super chat of the day. In Alabama, says Potato Man, it's just tornadoes. In Alabama, it's just weather. Right. I was talking about weather. For a minute there, I thought you were trying to tell me a dad joke. And I was like, wow, that's like the haiku of dad jokes. That's really short. But no, we were talking about the weather, and you chimed in with Alabama's weather. Well, I have to say, I guess I'm glad that I don't have to deal with tornadoes. So, sorry to hear that you are. Also, Ox, were you able to snag a pre-order of the Fallout Show vinyl? What? Oh, I'm so glad that I have you guys helping me with this. Fallout Show vinyl. IGN Store. Pre-order. Boy, you guys got to do this to me. Why you guys got to do this to me? I mean, yeah, you know I got to get it. I don't even have a record player. I don't even have a record player, but I've got the vinyl for the Fallout 3 soundtrack, for the Fallout 4 soundtrack. Yeah. I mean, I gotta get it. So many of the songs are actually really good. Like the Brotherhood theme is so good. Hold on, it's just can I do this in one click, please? Just one click. I don't want to have to pull out my wallet and type my address. Surely my browser has this all saved somewhere, so I don't have to worry. Yeah, there we go. One click. Awesome. The vinyl is on the way. Thank you. Also, curse you. But more than that, thank you, Potato Man. I've got the vinyl. It's on the way. Oxhorn Superfan is on Kick today. Good to see you, Oxhorn Superfan. BLO Byte is on Twitch. Thank you so much, BLO Byte. Frame the Vinyl says Wycliffe Trade on Twitch. Is that what people do with vinyls? You frame vinyls? I thought that was something you only did if you came out with music. Like, if I sold a record and it made a million presses or something, whatever they're called in the music biz, then I would frame a vinyl. But you can frame other people's vinyls? I didn't know that was the thing. I've got my collection of vinyls under my bench over there. You can kind of see them. There's the fallout. My original plan with this office was to get a gramophone. I wanted to get one of those old-fashioned gramophones, like the ones we see in West Virginia in Fallout 76, and then have it on one of these desks. But I quickly ran out of room in the office for anything else. So I don't have any room for a gramophone, but I bought the vinyls with the intention that, I would just have a rainy night in my office with the kids out of the house and no work to do. I'd pop on the soundtrack to Fallout 3 and sit in that chair with a cigar, listening to my gramophone, just enjoying life. But that has yet to happen yet. One of these days. Cloud Big says, hopefully you haven't heard this one. Why do Marxists drink decaf tea? Because proper tea is theft. Oh, nice. I have not heard that one. Why does the Marxist drink decaf tea? Because proper tea is theft. I love it. That's well done. I didn't do the sound effects. I was going to put the sound effects on my soundboard and I totally forgot. Love it, Clell. Adam M says, with all this inflation, at least a deer is still a buck. I get it, but I mean, that would work better if you could buy a deer for a buck. I mean, you could say at least a Costco hot dog is still a buck, but then that doesn't work with the pun. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it would be better if you could buy a deer for a buck. But thank you, Adam M. Julian Z says, hi, Ox. Hope you're well. Can't wait to finish Hellblade. I am well. I mean, I'm better. I'm not fully cured yet. But the cough that I began getting a week ago today peaked over the weekend, and I have been slowly getting better. I'm mostly cured today. I've got a slight little bit of buildup in the lungs that, I cough up every now and then. But I'm mostly okay. The Scotch and cigars help. I'm lying. They don't help. But they also kind of do, but they really don't. If you're sick, I do not encourage you to drink alcohol and smoke cigars. But I do. But don't do what I do. I am not a good role model. You heard it here first. Just saying. Alt Grendel says, the greatest act of cooperation in human history is that 1,000 islands could all agree on a single salad dressing. I see. The greatest act of cooperation in human history is that 1,000 islands could all agree on a single salad dressing. Yeah, I mean, if 1,000 islands are using the same salad dressing, they must have a reason. They've probably picked a winner. Ashbot says, hey, Ox, I told myself that I needed to stop drinking so much, but I'm not about to start listening to some drunk weirdo who talks to himself. Yeah, and well, you should. Or shouldn't you? You shouldn't listen to drunk weirdos. So I'm not sure why you're watching me tonight, but you're welcome here. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you so much, Ashbot. Potato Man says, please be careful, Ox. Those old players ruin records. Do they? I was always under the impression that as long as you changed the needle, that it was okay. Maybe I won't buy an antique. Maybe I'll buy a new gramophone. Because there's now a market for vintage-looking modern gramophones on Amazon. And I was tempted to just buy one of those. But the reason I never pulled the trigger, and now it's too late because I don't have room in my office, is because I couldn't find one that looked exactly like the one from Fallout 76. I found a lot that were really close, but I couldn't find any that looked exactly like the one from Fallout 76. Cleansed in Fire says, I went to see my dentist, and he warned me it was going to hurt. He ended up telling me he was having an affair with my wife. I imagine that did hurt. You have my condolences. Jez Vicious says, an update on my Soviet character. She sided with the Institute, so now the Soviet Union has access to Institute tech. Okay. The big question, do you call Sean father, son, or comrade? There's a lot of nuance there. You just got to be careful. Emperor Cleon says, new channel motto, I'm not a good role model. And I've never said that I am. Just making that crystal clear now. Jack of all raids on Twitch says, oh no, did you catch Swamp Lung too? Kind of. I caught something from my kids. That's the way it always goes. They came back from their mom's house with something, and then I caught it. And it took about half a week for it to gestate or whatever, and I started having symptoms last Thursday. And the weekend was really rough, but I managed to get through that just fine, and I'm now on the tail end of it, I think. Wylek Trady on Twitch says, Oxhorn, I was just watching one of your YouTube videos on the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 76. Well, that's awesome. I hope you enjoy the video. There were a lot of questions about how the Brotherhood got to Appalachia and what they were doing in West Virginia when Fallout 76 first dropped. And so that was one of the videos that I wanted to make sure that I published soon after 76 was available to the public. Adam M. says, Comrade Father. Is that what you would call him? Comrade Father? I like it. Blowbite says, Oxhorn, did you know that at Mayer, which I'm assuming is a department store, there's like a $5 firecracker gun that looks like a revolver from New Vegas? No, I mean, the revolvers in New Vegas look like revolvers. So if you find a revolver in real life or even a toy revolver in real life, I mean, that doesn't mean that it's a Fallout New Vegas reference. It just means that it's a revolver that happens to look like a revolver. And it just so happens that the revolvers in New Vegas also look like revolvers because they're revolvers. So I'm pretty sure it's not. It's a perfect prop, says Blobite. Oh, really? So it's literally identical to the revolvers in New Vegas. Well, which revolvers? The Mysterious Magnum? Or Chief Hanlon's? The Ranger Sequoia? Because both of those are revolvers. Which one is it? I'm guessing you're talking about the Mysterious Magnum, the snub-nosed 44. I think it was 44 or 45. I forget which one. But it would be a perfect prop, he says. All right. I'll have to keep my eyes open for it. Do I have a revolver? I do. I've got a Ranger Sequoia. But that's the only revolver I have. KT says, whatever happened to your coffee tankard? Been watching old streams lately, and I forgot all about your giant coffee. Well, I got rid of my coffee machine. And so I've still got the tankard somewhere. Well, what it was is that somebody gifted me a really nice espresso machine. And I felt bad, but I felt like I had to use it. And I like it. I genuinely like it. And I make myself an espresso on it every single day. But if you're the kind of person who guzzles coffee by the tankard like me, you can't sit there and make espressos all day because it's just so time consuming. I mean, in sheer volume of fluid, I would have to be sitting there making espressos for like 30 minutes every day just to generate enough coffee fluid to fill a tankard so that I can, drink it throughout the day. So I don't. I make 1 or 2 coffees a day and they fit in a mug and I don't need my tankard anymore. But when my ex-wife found out that I got the coffee machine, or the espresso machine. And so she says, oh, well, can I have your drip coffee maker? And I didn't want to give it to her because she took so much from me already. No, I'm kidding. But I didn't want to give it to her, but I did. I gave it to her, and I can't ask for it back now. So she's got my old coffee machine, and I love that coffee machine. It made the perfect drip. And I've purchased 2 or 3 other drip coffee machines on Amazon since then, and none of them do as well as that old drip coffee machine that I had. And I've kind of given up hope. I don't think I can find another drip coffee maker that was as good as that one that I had. I mean, I've got my espresso, and I love my espresso. I don't think I want to get rid of it. But I would like to have a good cup of drip every now and then and take a big tankard of coffee to work with me in the morning when I sit down in front of the computer, and I can't because I got rid of my drip coffee maker. One of these days, I'll find it. Jackalwise says, hey, Ox, you know, you'd love my house. It's full of my family's antiques that date from the early 60s. Oh, you know me well. You know me well. They date from the early 60s all the way back to the mid-1700s. We also have an old 1920s phonograph. We even have the old 20s records to play it on. I probably would, Jackalwise. I probably would. Blowbite on Twitch says, yeah, it's the Ranger one. Really? Because the Ranger Sequoia is huge. It's like that big. It's not a small gun. For revolvers, like it's heavy. It's a heavy, big weapon. You're telling me they sell that as a pop cap gun at Mayer? The Ranger Sequoia, not the Mysterious Magnum is like that, right? It's kind of small. It fits in your hand. That I could understand. But the Ranger Sequoia, the long-barreled revolver, really? Wow. Okay. Saul Herrera says, I used to watch all of your Fallout videos. Thank you, Saul. I publish new Fallout videos every week, so I hope you watch the new ones. Universe says, what is that giant T-45 statue over there behind you? That is a giant T-45 statue behind me. Is what that is. So, yeah. You called it. That's what it is. Jez Vicious says, I would say it probably bounces between all 3 names. And so you're saying, if I get my tattoo with Kate's melons out, with tape on them, don't show you. Did I miss part of this conversation? I feel like I'm hopping in on a thought or a fantasy of yours halfway through. Like I don't understand how we got to this point we were talking about phonograph machines and T-45 power armor, and now we're talking about tape on Kate's melons. How did we get there? How did the conversation get there? Jez Vicious, did you have a daydream and you thought that we were all having the same daydream and so you could talk about it in chat? Is that what happened? Jez, it's okay to admit I sometimes have daydreams too, but I don't involve other people in them. See, well, I mean, Kate is an amazing companion in Fallout 4. And if you want a tattoo of that, God bless you. More power to you. I'm not going to kink shame. That's everyone. Do your thing. Do your thing. Enjoy life. Jackalwise says, I know, lol. I don't think of 60s and antique, but apparently anything past 20 years is considered vintage, which just makes me feel old. Yeah, did you know that I went to a vintage shop the other day and I saw a Game Genie? A Game Genie for the NES. Anyone remember that? Like, that was a big part of my childhood. Was the Game Genie, and you had the little booklet, and it had the codes, and then you would wait for the next issue of Game Informer to come out or whatever it was, and sometimes they would have these little codes in a box on the back that you could flip upside down to get and use it in the new Game Genie. And then you would go to school and you would talk with your friends at school, and they would have codes that you didn't know existed, and you would write them down and take them home to try out on your Game Genie so that you could hack all your favorite Nintendo games, right? And I thought I was like a major hacker. I was breaking the system. If Nintendo ever caught wind of what I was doing, they were going to be knocking on my door. But now I found it for sale in a vintage antique shop the other day. The Game Genie. God. Yeah, they got Walkmans and, just everything. Everything from my childhood now it's now an antique. The Magic Q says, good evening, Ox. Just wondering if you've been able to go into the Ashlands in Valheim yet. If you haven't, you are in for a treat. Prepare yourself for constant war, but you will like the new building material. I've heard great things about Ashlands. I haven't done it yet because I can't beat the freaking Queen of the Mistlands. I know that you can solo it, but it's incredibly hard. I'm very disappointed with the Mistlands, to be perfectly honest. I really enjoyed every single biome right up until the Mistlands. And then you get to the Mistlands, and it's like they punish you for playing it. It's such a misery to explore. It's a misery to collect all of the resources, like all of the petrified brain material that you need to use to even do magic in the game. It's a misery to play. And the boss, the final boss, is not an open world boss. It's not a boss that you can solo. I mean, some people have. I've seen videos. But it's a boss that was clearly designed to be attacked by a group. Because when you get inside that dungeon, there's mist everywhere, so you can't see what's going on. The queen is constantly spitting acid at you. She's constantly spawning new enemies at you. And so you're running around like a madman trying to manage your stamina and manage your ether so that you can actually cast spells. You're spamming bubble on yourself over and over and over again, hoping that you have enough ether left over to be able to spam bubble again in case one of these random mobs runs by and gets rid of it, because you're going to get killed with one hit if the boss ever gets to you, because you're trying to solo this guy. So I just kind of stopped. Like, you can't go on to the next biome until you beat the last boss. I mean, you can, but you don't get this as much out of it. And so, yeah, I'd love to enjoy the Ashlands, but I can't beat the freaking Queen of the Mistlands. So I haven't bothered. Now, maybe I'll figure it out. Jackalwise says, I still remember my old Sega. Loved that console. I loved my old Sega, too. Greg Hinojo says, Sega does what Nintendo don't. Nintendo. Love the puns. Thank you, my friend. Random, Wastelander with a thumbs up. Thank you, Random Wastelander. Brownie Bomb on Twitch says, Evening Ox, I'm not sure how people play Valheim. I can't get into it. Oh, I loved it. It was such an immersive experience for me. I think the thing that really kind of addicted me to Valheim was, I mean, the art was definitely part of it, but it was the fact that you could manipulate the terrain. And you could do whatever you wanted with the terrain in such a way that it actually felt real. I mean, it's a pixelated game, and it's definitely inspired by Minecraft, but the way that they do rain and water and wind mechanics when you're on your boat, and the way that layers of the earth can change over time and water can be redirected, it's really intelligent so that it feels realistic, even though it's clearly not, and it feels immersive. And then that in combination with the building mechanics, which are simple but intuitive and flexible, and the food mechanics, which are not penalizing. It's one of the first survival games where I didn't feel penalized for choosing to not cook that day or to not sleep on time or whatever. Like, there are plenty of things in the game that cause you to want to sleep at night, that cause you to want to learn new recipes, but you never felt like it was a burden and a penalty like so many other survival games make you feel like, right? Which is why I typically don't like survival games like that, because you log into the survival game and you've got this water bar and you've got this food bar and it's slowly going down, and then they start blinking red at you. You're about to starve. Go get some food, go get some water before you starve. And then you're like, okay, well, I was in the middle of doing something, but now I got to stop what I'm doing and find a new recipe so that I can get this food. And oh no, another enemy has come. And because I don't have the food, I'm encumbered or whatever. It's penalizing and it's not fun. But the way that Valheim did it, it made it so that you could play the game without bonuses if you wanted to. But the bonuses were so nice that they encouraged you to want to go ahead and get the rested buffs and the comfort level buffs and all of that. So I had a lot of fun with it. Oh, was that a tagline? Sega does what Nintendo don't? I thought it was just a really clever pun. But was that an actual marketing tagline? I missed it in my childhood. I never saw that. Team Widowmaker Combat Robotics says, hey Oxhorn, have you seen the War of the Worlds survival horror game? Lots of looting opportunities. Looks up your alley. Not sure when it officially comes out though. War of the Worlds game. Okay, it's billing itself as a hardcore horror open world survival game. It's got all of the search words and tags right in the first sentence of the description. Always a good sign. All right. Yep, definitely looks like War of the Worlds. Potentially interesting. I'll have to wish list it or bookmark it and take a look at it when there's more to see. Thank you for that recommendation. Cadillac says, yay, Ox. Yay, Cadillac. Good to see you, my friend. Dong Ho Choi. I did not say you could autoplay in the background. There we go. Dong Ho Choi says, can you look up the game Magical Mike Duel? Senpai, hear me my spell. You probably won't play it, but it would bring me joy to see you imagine playing it. Lol. No, not safe for work, I promise. Only extreme cringe. Yeah, but then if I Google that, Google's gonna know. They're gonna remember. That's gonna be in my history forever. The world will know that at one point in my life, Oxhorn Googled Magic Mike Duel, Senpai, hear my spell. And I'll never be able to live it down. I don't think I can. Okay, I can try incognito mode. Maybe if I do it in incognito mode, they won't track the fact that I Googled this atrocious thing. Okay. What is... Whoa! What? The cover art. What is with the cover art? They don't want you to buy it. The cover art is of a well, it's like if a man from some sort of anime was soaking up too much radiation and all of his hair was falling out. He's a somewhat balding guy with blushing cheeks, and a goatee with a little bit of hair on the sides and one sprig of hair coming out here. And that's the cover art. Oh, and he's dressed as Sailor Moon. What? Embrace your destiny in Magical Mic Duel. Senpai, hear my spell. Your voice commands the force of fabulousness. Chant spells with conviction and witness dazzling displays of magical might. The world needs your power. Step up and claim your place as the ultimate magical girl. Magical girl? Is that a girl? Is that a magical girl? Okay. What's the video? I gotta mute it. I can't. It's just... No. All right, can I get some gameplay? What does the gameplay look like? Sha-la-la theme. I've always dreamed to be transforming into a magical girl. Even the captions in this game are all rainbow colored so that you can't even... Wow. I don't think I could play it. It's clearly a tongue-in-cheek game. I think they're making fun of the genre, but still, it's too close to the genre that I don't think I could actually ever play it. But it does kind of look funny. Right. Well, there's that senpai thing. Thank you, Dong Ho Choi. Cody McCon says, Ox, you should really look into playing Kingdom Come Deliverance. Medieval style, no dragons, and historical. Seeing play with all the choice and consequences would be super fun. Thank you, Cody McCon. Yeah, I get that one recommended a lot, and it looks interesting. I'll have to tackle it one of these days. Integra Wolf on Twitch says, well, hello, my good sir. Thank you, Integra Wolf. Good to see you, my friend. Cloud Biggs also says, yes, please play Kingdom Come, Ox. You will like it. Well, that's another vote for Kingdom Come Deliverance. IMG Snap says, Oxhorn, I recommend the Gevalia coffee maker. Ooh. Do you? Gevali coffee pot. Yeah, I mean, that's what I want. I just want a simple drip coffee pot. I don't want anything fancy. I don't want it to tell me ambient humidity. I don't want it to talk about the weather or predict the future. I just want a regular coffee pot. All right. 4 ounces, though. Wait. No, 4 cup. 4 cup coffee pot. Can I get more than 4 cups? All right. I should probably do this on my own time. It's got good reviews. Maybe I'll give it a shot. All right. Well, thank you for that one. Tyler Allen Marsh says, I third Kingdom Come, Ox. Wow, a lot of positive recommendations for Kingdom Come Deliverance. Thank you, Tyler Allen Marsh. Integra Wolf says, do you ever go thrift shopping to get vintage stuff for Fallout? Yes. Hello. Check out that lantern I picked up a couple of weeks ago. Well, more like a month ago now. Got that at a vintage shop. Every now and then I'll go and keep an eye out for something Fallout-y. Fallout-ish. Greg Hinojo says, so overall thoughts on Hellblade 2 so far? It's a gorgeous game. It's beautiful. It's so stunning and immersive. It's the story that I'm kind of, iffy on. The thing that was magical about Hellblade 1 is not only was it graphically stunning and beautiful, and the performances were so great. But the story itself was unconventional and powerful. And it completely upended the whole hero revenge character arc. With this one, the story is less compelling, less innovative. I feel like I've read stories or watched movies where you have to go and kill all the giants before, you know. I realized that is deeply rooted in Scandinavian myth. So perhaps that's why they did it. But that said, each of the giants that we've faced so far has been unique and interesting, and they've had their own heartbreaking stories. The first giant was the best and the worst. It was just such an awful, heartbreaking story. So, you know, it's not bad. It's not a bad game by any means. I think the first one was better. But so far, I haven't finished it, so we'll have to finish it before I give my final thoughts. Man of Warb says, was at University Point, a legendary lurk dropped a never-ending laser pistol, face-palmed so hard, my forehead still stings. Every now and then, you'll get a great weapon like that. Thank you, Man of Warb. B-Pow Squad 420 on Twitch says, hey Ox, been watching your Fallout content for years. When are you gonna voice a Fallout character? We all need that. Whenever Bethesda reaches out to me, I'd be happy to. I would love to do a voice in one of the games or in the movie or something like that. I'm down. Right, we've got a couple people in the chat saying that they found Kingdom Come Deliverance to be rather hard to play, that the lockpicking was atrociously bad, according to Ryan. Well, it's the sort of thing I'm not going to know until I dive in myself and take a look at it. Dong Ho Choi says, game makes you say cringy phrases and gives you a score based on your intonation and emotion detected with AI. Lol. Interesting use of AI in deep learning. Really? You have me intrigued. That's the frustrating thing, is you now have me intrigued about this game that I'll never play. I could never play it, but now I kind of want to see it a little bit. Jackal Wise says, now, Ox, don't sell yourself short. I'm sure we all want to see Overseer Oxhorn. That would be fun. I could play a Cyclops, I think. I could do a Cyclops. Or have some other strange mutation. Nuclear Taco on Twitch says, cameo in Season 2 of the Fallout show for Ox. Come on, Todd Howard, you know you want to. Maybe. Though I don't even know if he knows who I am. When I met him, he didn't even mention... Like, he didn't act like he knew me. So I don't think he knows who I am. Which I suppose is fine. He's a famous guy now. He was chatting with Elon Musk at the Philly event that I went to. It was so bizarre and surreal. Man of Warb says, I don't think you got it. The lore behind University Point is that you solve a mystery about secret research that ultimately gives you a prototype UPP-77, which is a never-ending laser pistol. Right. It already has a legendary effect. Oh, I see. So before you got the quest reward, which was a never-ending laser pistol, you, by chance, got a legendary item off of a regular enemy that was a never-ending laser pistol. Now you can give one to your companions, right? If only dual-wielding pistols was a thing in the game. That'd be great. Jez Vicious says, one serious question, is YouTube Premium worth it? YouTube took away my ad block. I don't know, because I don't have YouTube Premium. I still use my ad block from time to time. So I've noticed that now with YouTube, I'd say about 50% of the ads will skip and the other 50% will play. And there's nothing I can do about that 50%. So it still kind of works for me. Maybe it's because I've got over 200 tabs open and I never close my tabs or restart my browser or update it. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Nick says that yes, it is worth it. All right. Well, yeah, you should definitely ask people who are YouTube Premium subscribers. Colonel 87th says, let's finish this game already, please. All right, Colonel. Well, your wish is my command. I mean, as soon as the gameplay starts, less than 20 minutes, then we dive into the game, and we'll finish it today. And that'll be at the end of it. Listen, tell you what, Colonel, when we start the gameplay, just mute it. I promise I won't say anything interesting. Just mute it. You won't miss much. And look at the visuals, because the visuals are well done. The scenery is amazing. The problem is the psychotic lady with voices in her head, which I understand can be a little distracting. Yeah. So if that's what's bothering you, just put it on mute. Put it on mute. And if I have anything important to say, I'll make canned motions. I'll say time out, and that'll be my cue for you to unmute it so that you can hear the wonderful thoughts that I have to share. Colonel 87th says it's the only subscription I have. YouTube Premium is worth it. It's the greatest. Hey, that's great. Well, I'm so happy to see so many people extolling the virtues of YouTube Premium in the chat. I guess I should try it out, huh? Considering I make my living on this platform. Integra Wolf says, would you ever get a Fallout tattoo? No, probably not. I mean, imagine if you had gotten a Star Wars tattoo, right? And it was a tattoo of Han Solo, and it had the caption, Han will never die, or something like that. I mean, the problem is that if you get tattoos about your favorite IPs, those IPs change over time. And in 10, 15 years or whatever, it might have changed to the point where you're no longer interested in it, or it's not what you thought it was. So probably not. I probably wouldn't get a Fallout tattoo. Though, what tattoo should I get? I know. I'd get one of Strong's face right beneath my belly button with the phrase, Strong liked that. Right? Yeah. No? Would that be, that would probably be inappropriate. Probably don't want to do that. Okay. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of other Fallout tattoo ideas that would be great. I just can't think of any right now. Why is my mind... I'm thinking of lots of inappropriate ones, but... I can't think of any non-inappropriate ones. Man of Warp says, and the comedy continued. Later, a legendary raider dropped a staggering fat man. Yeah, the last thing you need is the staggering legendary effect on a fat man, that's for sure. Get it above your butt, says Jez Vicious. A strong tramp stamp? Yeah, I totally wouldn't regret that in 15 years if I got a strong tramp stamp. Blue Thunder 29 says, a new Homeworld 3 is here, Ox. You want to add it to your game list? Homeworld 3. Let's see. Homeworld 3. 3 out of 5 stars. Mixed reviews. Ooh. Tactical, beautiful, and wholly unique. The Game of the Year winning sci-fi real-time strategy game returns with Homeworld 3. Assume control and battle through fleet combat in dazzling fully 3D space, while the award-winning story unfolds on a galactic scale. Well, I haven't played a good RTS in a long time. I think the last time I played an RTS that I actually enjoyed was StarCraft 2. But mixed reviews. It was released this year. Ooh, it looks good. I mean, the gameplay looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, maybe I'll have to check it out. All right, that cigar is out of itself. I remember that one, says Clyde Kelly. StarCraft is fun, says ours and Garg. No, StarCraft 2 has a special place in my heart, and that's because it came out right after I suffered a really bad breakup. And so I remember just closing myself. This was long before I was ever married and had kids, so I had more time. And I remember just closing myself up in my office and filling my office with smoke and smoking my cigars while playing the Terran in StarCraft 2. And was it Raynor? Was it Jim Raynor that had that big old cigar that he was chomping? I was living his life. I felt it too. I was so depressed and I was bummed out because of the breakup. I just wanted to chew on my cigar and kill Zerg. And I did that for like a week straight until I beat StarCraft 2. I loved every minute of it. It was so therapeutic for me at that time in my life. So very fond memories of StarCraft 2. Rad Dad says, I know you used to produce World of Warcraft, Machinima, but did you ever play any Warcraft 3? I did, and it was, it was actually StarCraft 1 that got me into Blizzard games to begin with. I didn't play any Warcraft until I played StarCraft. Then, after Brood War, I was really itching for more Blizzard games, and so I started getting into Warcraft, and I played all of the Warcraft games. I remember installing Warcraft 2 on the computers in my school's computer lab. And, my computer lab instructor was completely hopeless. He was the guy who also taught American history and politics and ethics and all of that. So the computer thing, it's what he did on the side because he was the only person vaguely knowledgeable about computers in the school. And computers were brand new, right? So the internet was new. And every kid in that school knew way more than the teachers. So I would come in and I would install Warcraft 2 on every single computer. And when the teacher wasn't looking, me and my friends would like hook up LAN together and we'd start playing Warcraft 2. And then he'd come in circle and we'd alt tab and we're not doing anything, you know. So we had a lot of fun with Warcraft 2. Then I got into Dark Age of Camelot and I stopped playing Blizzard games until World of Warcraft came out. And then I got back into Blizzard games. The Marine with the cigar was Tychus, says G-Dept. Yeah, you're right. It was Tychus. He was the big beefy guy. I remember Tychus. That wasn't Raynor. Blue Thunder says, recommended to play the series so you know understand the story on what is going on before the play the third one? Homeworld 3. Okay, if I were to play Homeworld 3. All right. Well, I'll definitely add it to the list. Thank you, Blue Thunder. Cheng Yang says, I got the Railroad shirt today. Almost fits me. I'm going to miss your Railroad intro. Well, Cheng Yang, thankfully, the Railroad intro is there for all eternity on every single episode in my Railroad series on my channel. You can always go back and watch it. Now, time to work on a new intro for the next faction I'm going to be covering. Loot Goblin says, you should also look at Black Tail. It's some loose Solvik lore about the Baba Yaga Slavic. It's some loose Slavic lore about the Baba Yaga and her origin story. Oh man, I miss LAN parties. I miss LAN parties too. Me and my friends in high school, whenever I did sleepovers, I would pack up my computer. My old 98. It was a Hewlett Packard. I didn't make my computer. That wasn't one that I made. It was an old HP 98 that I bought from a Best Buy or something like that. This was before Best Buy. I think it was a Circuit City. Was it a Circuit City or it was some store that's no longer in existence. And I would pack it up and with my CRT monitor, and I would go to my friend's house, and he'd have 2 or 3 other friends come over with their computers, and then we'd all just put our computers in his bedroom and hook up by Ethernet cords, and we'd connect it to the same local area network, and we would play StarCraft all day. Just all day. That's all we would do. It was great. CompUSA, that was it. Kenneth Curtins says CompUSA, that was it. It was CompUSA. I knew it had a C in there somewhere. Jackalwise says, I wonder, did you ever happen to play a computer game called Medieval Quest? It's an old 1 to 4 player labyrinth fantasy game. I loved it growing up. I never played Medieval Quest. I did play one game that I remember meant a lot to me when I was young. I'm trying to remember what it was. Well, there was Empires of Might and Magic 3, of course, which was delightful. What an amazing game that was. I played the heck out of that. But then there was another one called, it was a New World exploration and conquest game. And it was kind of like, it was an RTS game. You were in a big wooden ship and you landed on a continent and you had to explore through the fog of war and found a colony, and it was a lot like Age of Empires, before Age of Empires came out, and I really enjoyed it. Conquest of the New World, is that what it was called? My brain is trying to tell me that it was called Conquest of the New World, and I remember playing that for months, because I just loved it. I would always play Spain for some reason, I don't know why. Maybe I just liked their flag. But I never did play Medieval Quest. Elliot says, Ox, did you ever play any of the Ultima games? I did play Ultima Online. I never got very far into it because everyone was just cruel and brutal. I wanted to be a tailor. I just wanted to kill deer and make leather. That's all I wanted to do. And every time I went to Moonglow, I would get robbed. And worse than that, I had this one guy stop me on the street on my way to Moonglow. And he summoned all of these stone walls in front of me. And he kept doing it so that it boxed me in. And then he tried to steal from my bags. And then he had the audacity to not take anything. And say, next time you better have something worth taking. And then he walked off. I was gobsmacked. I'm sitting here at like level 5 or whatever. I've been working hard on my leatherworking skills. I have killed so many deer, and I was proud of it, and I skinned them, and I was making costumes, and I was selling stuff. And this guy has the audacity to not even steal my goods? It's pissed me off so much, this guy. Yeah, that game, you know, there was a lot of, I managed to make enough money by doing leatherworking to buy a log cabin. But by the time I actually got my log cabin, the shard that I was playing on was so full that I literally couldn't find a spot to place it. I was going all over Moonglow and, you know, everywhere else to try and find a spot where I could put down my log cabin so I could finally have a home. And I couldn't find a single spot. It was a bummer. Who said it has to be an appropriate tattoo, says Integra Wolf. Tunnel Snake's Rule? Oh, now that, depending on where you put it, that's an inappropriate tattoo. Like if I had that one below my belt, where would you put that? Tunnel Snake's Rule? I mean, maybe if you put it on your bicep, you know, and you're okay, but anywhere lower than that is you're dancing with fire is what you're doing with the Tunnel Snake's Rule tattoo. It's dangerous. I just steer clear of tattoos. It's safer that way, really. Yeah, you're safer that way. All right, 3 minutes and then we dive back into the game. Chris Tidwell says, what about a tattoo that says, now that's a perfect place for a Mirelurk den. Now that's a good tramp stamp, right? God. Let's change topics. This is just going to get me in trouble. You guys are too witty for this, okay? You're just going to get me in trouble. And I'm going to get canceled or something. No, we're not doing Mirelurk den tattoos. Integra Wolf says Ox could get an Adam Cat tattoo because he's a cool cat. All right, yeah, that's innocent. I like that, an Adam Cat tattoo. Can't think of that being interpreted badly. Josh Bunton says, Ox, nowhere have I heard that these tattoos have to be permanent. I mean, yeah, that's true. But if you're gonna get a Tunnel Snake's Rule tattoo down there, or a Mirelurk den tattoo down there, I mean, those are pretty moist areas. And unless it's permanent, it's gonna rub off quick. just being practical here. You're not going to want to get a rub-on tattoo or a stick-on tattoo there. I mean, maybe if you put it like on the top of your bald head. If you're bald, then yeah, sure. It'll stay for a while. But oh, henna. Like make a henna tattoo? Yeah, that might work. Man of Warp says, Glory unto Adam. Cats is nice. I like that. Glory unto Adam. That's a good tattoo. But when they start to come off, the temporary tattoos, they peel off in little rolls, and then they just start, you start finding these flakes all over the place. They're awful. I don't like temporary tattoos. It's time, says Cloud Biggs. Is it time? All right. Let's fire it up. All right, I'm going to turn off the lights. Jackalwise says, Mirelurk Den t-shirts. I already have Mirelurk Den t-shirts. It was one of the very first designs I ever had made for my shop. Mirelurk Den t-shirts. I've got two versions. One has X688 saying it. One has a picture of a Mirelurk going like that. I've already got the t-shirts. All right, I'm going to turn off the lights. Nuka Tom, with a very generous super chat, says, tonight on Scotch and Smoke Rings, our champion de chapeau and schizophrenic savior return from braving the dangerous deep in pursuit of the giant Saga. However, a choice remains that must be made. Will our heroes and chat see this journey through to the end? Stay tuned to find out. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Nuka Tom. Will we get through it? I think we will. Jackalwise says, sorry, I meant ones that say that's a good place for a Mirelurk Den. I know that's what you meant, and that's also what I meant, because I have those t-shirts on my shop already. The link is below. On YouTube, I've got a link to my shop below. I've got Mirelurk Den shirts in my shop already. Vince M says, hey Ox, idea for your shop. How about a leather wallet with some kind of brand or a quote? Cheers. Leather wallet. That's definitely a interesting idea. I'd have to make sure it was high quality, though. There's nothing worse than poor quality leather. All right, let's dive on in.
What is it like, Borgaviki?
It is cheerless in winter. But the people are fed, and housed, and safe.
Safe. She knows why they're safe. Safe because of the blood.
What were you
they
going
spill.
to do when you reached it? Before you knew about the giants? Kill my father?
I came here to
This
stop
is
him
why I
taking
came
my
here.
people as slaves. I think I could have killed him
She might.
to make it all stop. But I didn't know everything then.
What good would it do?
I wonder now. Would killing him have changed it? The darkness runs deeper. The Björk fear the giants, and you'll do anything to be
Worst
safe from them.
things. They would keep murdering us.
If I had killed your father, would someone else have taken his place and kept the blood
Yes,
flowing?
they all believe in love.
We couldn't see any way to
He
be
needs you to
different.
show him. Show all of them. Show them how to fight the giants.
But now,
It's different. It's different. No, she can't trust him. Don't trust him. Don't.
Right, well, I don't need to worry about heads or obelisks anymore, do I? So it's smooth sailing here on out.
Wait, is this Jarnviður?
what?
They're scared.
We shouldn't go through here.
No.
Why not? What is this place?
Why?
Those who enter here don't always come back.
What does he mean?
Well, we could go around it. Or we would need to backtrack. And it would add a day or two to the journey.
More than a day or two if we're dead.
This is the path we need to take.
She's not listening to
I'll
us.
lead you through.
All right,
She's so sure. How can you be so sure?
let's go.
He is with you. The others will not follow.
After you.
Lead the way.
She doesn't know what she's leading them into. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't her home. She's not familiar with these lands. They are.
What do you know about this place?
This place is nothing special.
There's something malevolent in here.
Something evil.
Something
What
you
is it?
can't fight.
Something he can't
Spirits, or the hidden folk nobody knows.
fight. The hidden folk will help us.
Those
It is
that make it out,
It could be something
they
worse.
come back changed.
Changed. Changed how? What does that mean?
Changed how?
Fearful. Scattered. Like they left something behind.
They left their souls behind. Don't lose your soul, Senua. No. It's darker. Trees rising everywhere. Do you know what you're doing? She never knows. You don't know. You don't know what's in here. I can feel their fear. You've been here before. A night forest. A haunted place. You know what to do.
There is no way through.
We have to go back.
Wait.
You can find a path where they cannot. Look for it. Look.
I can feel something watching.
What is it? Where? I don't like the sound of this. You can't feel it. Why?
I feel it too. Every weapon to hand.
Weapons will not help you here.
Your sword is no good.
Keep steady. Try not to jump at shadows.
What do you know of shadows? We know.
Here.
Huh. Well, those are human bones.
You found a way through. Yes. Will they follow?
Do you hear that?
What?
Something is following us.
Here.
Just alongside. Listen.
I think I can hear it.
I don't like it. This place is not quiet.
Not calm.
Noises everywhere.
Everywhere. I hear it again.
She is terrified.
Shh. Listen. Oh, why can't I see it? Wait, there. Above us. What is that?
Do you see it, Senua?
I think it's a river you hear.
Let's keep going.
Astrida is scared.
Why isn't Senua?
We passed this way before.
This place is shifting.
We're going in circles.
Changing.
So confusing.
What to do?
How? This way's blocked. We'll have to find another. Vargana.
Oh, great. Now we're losing everybody.
You brought them here, and now you let them get taken?
How could you?
It's your fault.
Ausitter.
She didn't want to come here with you.
You made her.
Now you have to find her.
I can't find you.
She's gone.
Gone forever.
She's dead because of you.
Dead.
Did they turn back, or he's
Augusta,
gone too?
They're all gone.
where are you?
You brought them here.
You brought them here. Now they are lost,
You brought them here to die. Don't listen to him. They followed you.
doomed to die alone in darkness,
Stay strong.
or crawl out, cowering, witless shadows.
Here's the shadow.
You'll bring death with you, Senua.
He will follow you.
You brought them here to die.
Okay, well, that looks familiar. So we'll go this way.
They followed you.
They trusted you.
They shouldn't have.
You led them to their
How
death.
could you? You can't find them.
She can.
She might find them.
Keep looking. You might save them.
They're all dead.
Ausitter.
Who's that?
A figure.
Someone there. Astrida is alive.
She's safe.
You have to help her.
You called her.
Ausitter.
Can't see you.
Why can't she see you?
Senua, is that you?
She's terrified.
So lost.
I thought I'd lost you.
Lost in the
I'm
darkness.
here. Where are the others?
I don't know. I turned around and you were all gone.
She's
What is
terrified.
happening? There are voices at the edge of hearing and movement all around.
You understand this?
Figures in the shadows.
You know what that's like.
You know it.
I think I see them in the trees, but when I look again, there's nothing there.
You can help her.
Her fear. It makes her see what isn't there.
None of this will hurt you. Don't let it rule your mind.
That's it.
I can fight things I can see.
Yes.
Things that bleed when struck with a spear. I'm lost here.
She's changed.
I know how you feel.
We know.
Believe me.
We understand.
But we have to keep going.
Understand.
Stay strong, Astrida.
I will get you through this.
She can help her. You
Yes.
can help her.
Yes.
You can get her out of here.
Follow her.
People say this place burrows into your mind and finds your fears, then torments you with them. I only half believed.
She knows what it's like. You know what that's like. This place is preying on them.
Their darkest fears.
The path takes me back into the woods. I
Stick
don't want to be
together.
alone here.
Help her.
Follow the river upstream. I'll find my way across to you, I promise.
You have to.
Can you make promises, Senua?
Promises you can't keep.
Can you keep your promise?
What if you never see her again?
What if you never see her again?
Lost forever.
Pineapple Man says, howdy, Ox. How's it going? It's going well. Just diving back into Hellblade 2.
Who's there?
A figure. Valheim.
Is it?
Who is it?
So dark now.
Misty.
Misty.
Fog everywhere. It's him.
Valheim.
Valgrima.
Senua? Senua, is that you?
Lost. He is different.
Changed.
There's a fog around me,
Yes.
before my eyes,
He
You know
can't
what
see.
that's like.
inside my head.
He has lost himself.
Lost himself to the darkness.
He can't stay here.
I
Slipping away.
try to have faith,
You need more than faith.
to keep them from falling apart. But there's something dark in this place,
Darkness.
He sees it.
moving through it. Rotten and tainted.
His own darkness.
Help him.
Help him.
You are Valgrima. Wondrous mask.
Yes, tell
Who
him.
can find his way anywhere. Can see the light in anything.
He saw the light in you.
He saw it.
And it grows dark now. And I cannot see the way.
Help him.
He helped you.
I'm lost here.
You were lost and he helped you.
Follow the sound of the river. I will find you.
He is fading.
You have to get him out of here.
He is not strong enough.
He doesn't have long.
He always knows what to do.
And now he's lost.
Lost forever.
Doubting.
Blinded.
In this place.
She did this to him.
This place did this to him.
Well, 2 more to go.
Don't run away.
Where is Thorgesta?
You want to keep them safe.
Don't listen to him.
See how they mill around. Lost lambs, so afraid, blind,
You could still save them.
alone. You'd do anything to keep them safe, wouldn't you?
This is your darkness speaking.
But you can't save everyone, Senua.
Maybe she can.
Sometimes there are choices to be made.
Which one are you going to save?
What will you choose?
The game is making me choose? Really? I gotta choose between them. 2 of the best characters. Clell Big says choose wisely. Okay, well, my instinct is to choose her because I think she needs my help more. She's good at fighting. She's not good at all of this spooky stuff. He can find the light in the darkness, usually. So I think she needs my help more than he does. And so I should choose her. What does chat think? Choose wisely, says Tyrone. Well, yeah, you guys can say choose wisely. Left, says Brennan. Go with the lady, says Sebastian. Lots of help you guys are. Lots of help. I've got 2 for the guy, 2 for the lady, and then 3 people just saying, choose wisely. Choose the one in the fog, says the chat. They're both in the fog. Hellcat says, go with whom you like less. Really? Valk Plays says, I don't think it matters. Really? Merdin Philippe says, remember what happened with the gas chamber. I don't remember what happened with the gas chamber. Okay. It's split 50-50. Colonel 87th says choose him. I'm gonna choose him, I guess.
Senua?
I'm here.
Him?
We have to find the others. Come with me.
Why him?
Yes. Yes.
He's not much of a fighter.
We will find them. Focus.
What about Astrida? Without you, she will be facing her demons on her own.
Oh no.
Demons she cannot fight.
Who's there? Don't come any closer.
Lost it there.
There.
It's me.
So lost. Help her.
Senua? Senua, I thought I'd lost you. I looked for so long. I thought you'd left me behind.
I wouldn't do that. Come on, let's go. Stay close.
Okay. Okay. I guess we chose wisely. Or maybe it didn't matter. Was that choice an illusion of choice, or was it a real, actual choice with consequences? If it was a real choice with consequences, what were we supposed to divine
and find your path again, Senua.
from the plot to help us make that choice? Okay, this is where Astrid was. I lost him again.
Where's Thorgester?
I thought I saw him. He was following me, sword drawn.
That wasn't him.
Hey.
Where is he?
Thorgester.
He's changed. Different now. His eyes are red.
Has he been crying?
Something has happened here. What's happened?
What happened to you?
Something terrible.
I think I saw
What did he see?
Something changed him.
something I had to do.
What was it?
What did he have to do?
I didn't want to do it. He forced my hand.
Who?
Something terrible.
Who?
A vision.
No. It's nothing. Just tricks.
Is it real?
Nothing is ever nothing.
Let's leave this place.
Get out now.
His past haunts him.
Get them out of here.
Yes, get them out of here.
Okay.
Up here.
She lost them, drowned them in their fears. Let the forest lay them bare and scour their minds. She knows that deep excoriation, the fear you will not see the end of. And yet, they made it through. She found them. They are safe. Safe to keep on walking, fight her corner, share the weight. But who is changed and who is not? Do they look at her in doubt? They follow still. No blame, no striking out in hate. But their minds are shuttered tight and closed off to her eyes. What did Thorgestur see, so dark he cannot speak? And Astrida, her primal pain. Fear like that will shake you. The wanderer, always so sure, has a certainty been lost. There's no time now to question or look back. The choice is made.
Okay, I hope it was a good choice.
We're not far now. We can see it from here.
There. Borgavarki.
Borgavarki. Potato Man says, "Good night, Ox. I gotta go. Just wanted to tell you I've watched you for about 10 years. I even remember seeing you review beard oils and stuff like that."
All the
Thank
signs
you,
she
Potato
found had
Man.
led her here, finally so close to the heart of darkness. The root of the fetid flower whose stench she tracked across the sea. A fortress she must break, not with sword and spear, but open eyes and strength of will.
Bodies. Are they still? Yes. They're still alive.
You can feel it.
How could they? Suffering. Look.
They are for the giants.
Sacrifices.
Monsters.
Monsters. How can they?
What is that?
Make it stop, Senua.
That is
You have to.
where we sacrifice the offerings.
Monster.
People. Thorgestur.
Yes.
People.
It's where you sacrifice people.
People.
It's where you tie them up and watch them die.
Slowly release them.
We have to rescue them.
We'll go inside. I'll tell my father, and he will cut them down.
Light is fading
Can't
fast.
just leave them.
They're suffering.
You can't.
You can't.
I'll stay there. Fagrim, can you please cut them down?
So much
Who's
suffering.
going in?
The Ark know you. An Austrider. And I don't like you. I don't want to start anything before I've spoken to my father.
You don't know yet, Senua.
Okay. Just me and Thorgestur then.
Tell him.
They will help them.
Rescue the people and keep them safe.
We will.
Yes.
We'll come back.
But wait until we are inside.
Are you really going to just walk in?
They will kill her.
For sure.
She has to.
Thorgester will tell them.
You trust him?
Look what his father does.
WrestleHouse says, appreciate your content, man. Been on a fresh Fallout kick lately, and you've been a great companion to the fresh playthroughs. Thank you very much, WrestleHouse. Enjoy your fresh playthrough.
Look what her father did.
They are not their fathers.
She is different. We are different. He is different too.
She's come so far. Crossed an ocean, left one world and found another. All the blood, all the fire, everything she's seen carried on a hidden tide. This is the end. The point where light vanishes. And yet it is a pale and quiet place. Hush. Can this be the place she fought so hard to find?
Something is wrong with him.
Something's not right.
He is frightened.
You're worried.
I wasn't supposed to come back
He would
empty-handed.
have dragged you here in chains, Senua.
But all's well. He'll forget about that when he hears what we have to tell him.
But has he changed?
I don't trust anything he's saying.
He wants to change.
Does he?
They've spotted us. Will they want to chain me up again?
I won't let that happen.
Maybe the Biag will turn on him.
It's me!
Will you too?
Thorgester! Trust me. However it might seem,
There's no turning back now.
I'm with you.
It's what he wants to believe, but is it the truth?
Gates are opening, Senua.
Thorgester!
Is he strong enough?
Gods,
Are you strong enough?
I thought you were dead.
Me. Dead. I would see you dead first, often.
He plays their game. He talks their talk.
It is good to see you, my friend.
She's with me.
The others.
You are safe with him.
He is welcomed here.
We're returning from here.
Stay close.
3 days of clear skies.
Maybe you trust him. But do you trust the others?
Approaching Alanuka.
Devastation everywhere.
Who knows if they will listen to him?
Spy.
All she has
I
lost,
swear.
and all she has to lose.
Storm I have ever seen.
They hear. All the names she carries on her heart, she remembers. This is the last sign.
His father's influence is strong.
Your father's influence was strong. But he is not his father.
You are not your father.
You know what it's like to have a father like his. You can show him the way. There is nothing you can do.
Even if he wants to have changed, is it possible?
You can help him.
But can he help himself?
You have to stay with the plan now. There's nothing you can do.
There is no turning back now.
But are you really ready to meet this kind of evil? This kind of monster?
Your purpose. Are you ready, Senua?
No.
She has to be.
She does not look like a slave.
They have not returned. The others are lost.
The last sign.
He wants to join us.
Circled round in red, a bloody barrier against the night, a wall to shield you from the savagery. But the true darkness is inside, not out. It always is.
You know what's coming. His father.
Moment of truth.
The one who clouds her mind is here, just as she knew he would be. Some things don't change. There's always one who will seize the reins, see a field of pain and reap it. Ripe blood and bitter tears. Her father, his father.
Look at him.
Sitting there on his throne.
Worshipping himself.
Thorgester, my boy! You've returned.
The goody. Makes my skin crawl.
This isn't going to work.
When we did not hear from you, I fear the worst.
He does not care for his son.
How was your raid? Where are the slaves you brought?
Dead, all the lost
We hit a
ones
storm coming into land. I'm sorry,
Don't apologize.
but Father, we found something more important.
Let's see if this man can listen.
I doubt it.
Something important, you say? A souvenir from your travels.
Calls us a
Father, listen.
Souvenir.
The giants, they can be killed.
I can kill them. We can kill them.
This woman Senua, she knows how.
He won't believe you.
Give him a chance.
Look in his eyes. Show him who you are.
A souvenir that kills giants.
He doubts.
Why?
The giants cannot be killed. No more than gods can.
I've seen it with my own eyes. Seen 2 giants turned to stone.
He doesn't believe.
I can kill them.
And I could kill you. We could kill you.
This is nonsense, Thorgester. And dangerously close to Gothgau.
You should kill him.
You cannot defy the giants. I alone know how to keep them at bay. Do not turn your back on me.
You must. He must.
He has caused
You
so
are
much
a
pain.
simpleton.
He needs the giants to give him power. He uses the giants to control people.
Thorgester,
Make Thorgester understand.
He needs to understand.
there will be no swaying him. I have known men like him.
Listen to her.
Theirs must be the only voice.
This is his chance to change.
I will convince him.
No, he is weak.
He wants to fight. He just needs to believe it is possible.
He loves his father.
Thorgester,
She is a liar.
Should never have trusted him.
And you an idiot.
Senua.
This is some trick to overthrow us and destroy all we have built.
Stay calm.
You will watch beside me tonight as the giant takes his tribute.
You get out.
See how indomitable, how terrifying it is.
There will be no tribute.
See how there is no chance in hell you could defeat it.
We have defeated them.
And see how I turn it aside. How I control it through my
death, he is
sacrifice.
She has nothing now.
How it leaves us in peace.
Peace for who?
He will kill her, destroy her.
See how I have saved my people.
Never have come here.
There are no people waiting down there. What will happen
It's
when he
nearly
finds out?
time. Follow me!
Thorgester, stop him.
Stop.
Why doesn't he do something?
He is weak. You should never have
He
trusted
said he
him.
was with us.
The sacrifices are gone! Free! There's no one there.
Now!
The giant. It's come.
Well,
Down to the gate.
rocking a hard place. So they're gonna put her up for sacrifice. She's gonna slay the giant.
Light fades, Senua.
Make you strong.
You will die here,
Rage so much.
and nothing will have changed.
Yourself. Don't fight.
Do it for them. Get
Find the moment.
so strong. They enjoy killing her.
They are too slow for you. Let him taste your blade. Pathetic. Don't let him win.
Get out of his way.
Ah!
Come on, get up. You can do nothing.
They don't deserve anything.
giant is coming.
I know. The slaves.
You're safe.
What happened?
The Godi wouldn't
I
listen.
told you he wouldn't.
He knows we freed the sacrifices.
Like your father.
He wants to offer me instead.
The Þorgestur.
He was weak.
I don't know.
He didn't try to stop them.
I knew we couldn't trust him.
Yes, she is
Where's
right.
the Godi? We kill him. Now!
Let's
Wait!
end this.
End this.
Senua, we need to kill the giant right here, right now, in front of the Björk.
Show them all it can be
the
done.
truth, just like you showed Þorgestur.
They'll never learn. All they understand is death. We need to end this so we can be free.
She is right.
Again.
Kill the Godi.
What are you going to do, Senua? What?
Senua,
Fagram. I don't know.
She can't. She doesn't know his name.
Thorgesta,
Come on.
He needs you.
Maybe it's a trick.
A trap.
to lure you in.
And then kill us.
Kill us.
Don't be stupid.
Be careful. This is some kind of trick.
She is not listening again.
She trusts
what are you going to do?
We told him
I
already.
don't know its name. I don't understand.
We cannot fight him yet.
I can't fight it yet. I need time.
Need his name.
Need his name.
Thorgesta.
Oh!
You can see what he could become.
But others don't.
She sees the warrior.
Fighting inside.
You have to stop this, Senua.
Keep promise.
The giant. It is a trap. Get ready. Remember what you fight for. Don't show weakness. They've captured Astrida and Fargrimmer.
We will save him.
We will protect everyone. I will survive.
What are you doing?
Damn!
Have to do this.
Yes, you can win. Get up. They are too slow for you. You're so much faster.
We can fear you. Yes, do it. Do it. Not change you.
Show them what you're made of. They are fast, but you know what they are going to do.
They want to hit you.
They don't deserve anything. They hate you. You feel the hatred. You're smarter than him. Let me taste your blade.
Stop this.
She knows what they're going to do.
Doggone it!
Come on, get up.
You can do nothing. Get up, Senua.
Why are you going to
They hate you. Can you feel the hatred? Dark. He gets better. pathetic. You are far too win. What are you doing? Show them how to
Stop this.
Blocking
We will finish them.
to hit him.
My sacrifice.
Take them down!
Now you will be food for the giants, and your blood will give us another day of peace and safety. Did you hear that, woman? Hear him coming? The most glorious of them all. The tyrant! The king!
The tyrant! That's his name!
We have an understanding here. Unspoken connection. I give him blood, and he gives me power.
Rage, Senua, fight, do it for him. Get free of him and kill. Hate
Everything he is.
No!
Fugesta.
You question me? You have lived through this with me, seen all I have seen, and you question me? I am the only one who knows what to do in this new world. The only one. Do you hear me?
This ends now. You will fall into life like the others, or you will die.
Oh boy. So, his father's a lot like Senua's father. Lots of father issues with the developers of this particular game.
You are the one we chose. You who have died from this, lived through this. Do you see yet? When the darkness came to this land, when the fire spilled from the mountain and the ash blotted out the sun, it wasn't the end.
Okay, hidden folk, tell me a story. I can't run. I'm trying to run. I can't
People
run.
starved and suffered. Homes were destroyed and leaders fell. The ties of friendship loosened, and each one fought for their own. But in this sea of chaos, one rock stood firm. He said, I know what to do. Follow me, and I will save you. He meant it. Wanted to keep them safe. His people. Then he saw that fear made the people turn to him. They trusted him, obeyed him, raised him above the others. Their fear made him strong. And as the land healed and the people healed, their fear ebbed, and he saw them start to turn away, to think for themselves, to choose their own path. And he felt his own strength ebb in turn. And he wanted to hold on to that strength, to hold his place in their hearts, their wills. So he made the giants.
Oh, did he?
Brought them forth from the shaking earth, the roaring sea, the blinding snow. Brought them into being. And the people who trusted him and obeyed him, they saw them too, and saw they had more to fear. And he knew he held the key. Make them fear. And you can make them do anything. Make them hate. Make them punish the weak. Make them turn against one another, each on each.
Your tribute! My boy,
How is he more powerful than his
why
son?
did you have to turn your back on me?
Penance, justice. He killed so many people,
Hold him, Senua.
but he changed in the end.
Thorgest.
He repented in the end.
He chose you, Senua.
Hold him.
So brave.
I am going to kill him.
We will kill him.
There is always someone ready to take his place. You told me that yourself. Might have been me if I had never met you. You have to show them a different way. You have to redeem them.
How? How do I stop this?
You came to stop the sacrifices. Kill the giant.
His father.
The tyrant.
My father's name
One name.
is only fear.
There we go!
You will end this. End this, Senua.
safe until you came here. You see the giants. You fear them.
I see through you.
They are right to fear a world such as this. I keep them safe from it.
Whoa!
You can see through him. Focus and one. Free them. Where did you come here?
Set them free.
They don't need freedom. They have safety. Are you starting to see my power now? All my people doing my You can see the truth. Focus.
No, I will shine a light on your lies, and they will see the truth. There are no giants, it's just you, a Mayfair. Enough!
You're no different than me.
Something is
Craving the
changing.
power of elite.
Changing, can you feel it? All he has created. All of the Valheim. All the shadows. Darkness. Breaking into pieces. You can see it, hear it. His people are turning against him. They are all turning. Watch him now. Confused. Lost. Scared. They look to you. Look at you, Senua. You can show them the truth, Senua. Show them what he really is. The world that he created. You know what to do. Do it! Do
No! Damn it! Please!
Ends now!
Do you really want the truth? Each person who follows you, you bear their weight on your back. Soon you will do anything to protect them, no matter what pain you inflict on others. And then you will find their belief makes you strong. And you will want to hold on to that strength no matter what.
It's a fish eating.
You will become.
Oh!
You are your father's daughter.
He brought you people here to murder them.
No peace in meeting death with death.
Do you see how they cling to you, pleading? Do you see how their hands drag you down? You are everything. What would you do to keep them from harm? What would you do for the truth?
She has to save her. She has to save her. Do it!
I choose how to end this. She couldn't do it.
Couldn't.
She chose a different path.
She's not like him. We are not.
Okay,
Monsters. You just
so she spared him?
All the questions answered. Truth burning bright to scour away the darkness. Shadows of horror and hate writ large on the sky. Phantoms made from fear. Darkness outside makes darkness inside. She sees it. But the darkness is inside her too. Because she loves, even after everything. She loves. And if she loves, what will she do to save that love, to keep that promise? All the lost ones, when they find her, what will she do to protect them? All those names, all those lives. What will she do to hold them? Wisdom has a price. She is her mother's child. But she is also her father's.
I see it now. The darkness is inside me. But not the way I thought. Yes, feel it.
Yes, you can see it, can't you?
It is his darkness. Not hers.
Your darkness.
And it carves a path for me.
In your blood, in your bones.
But I can't see where it leads.
Haunting you forever.
Part of me wants to let go of the fear. Let go of my shadows. And be free. No more pain. No more doubt. Honored. Loved. Feared. Always true. Always right. Because they tell me so. Keeping them safe. Keeping their belief alive. No matter the cost. Is this my fate?
Senua.
Can I choose my way?
What will we become?
We are not our fathers. There is always a choice.
A choice.
You taught me that.
We will choose.
Together.
You decide.
All her life she has been alone. She chose it. A shield to keep her heart from harm. A hymn to still the other voices, the ones outside. Not anymore. The ones she saved, the names she found, they lift her up. Their hands reach out to hers.
Totally not creepy.
And now, she reaches back to them. Her story is not written. There is always a choice.
And so, credits. And so, credits. Okay. Right. So glad they wrapped up the story there with a nice bow to kind of, give us a good send-off, Oh, so that's what it meant. That's what they were trying to say. I get it now. So glad I followed through to the end. Okay, so amazing spectacle, just a phenomenal spectacle from start to finish. I have to say that I think the storytelling in the first game, as I alluded to earlier in the broadcast, was a bit tighter. They more seamlessly wove in her altered reality with the real reality, with the story. So that by the end of the first game, the two met each other, and we realized what had happened in the real world and what had happened in her mind, and where that left us as viewers of this spectacle. With this one, I don't know if they knew what they were trying to say. At least if they did, I don't feel like it was conveyed appropriately. It wasn't clear, if that makes sense. It wasn't clear what they were trying to say about her as a person with her internal struggles and dealing with her father issues and the loss of her husband in the last game. So the loss of her husband was the pain and the grief she was trying to deal with in the last game. Her daddy issues apparently were the primary factor she was trying to deal with in this game. And I ended the game going, what? Okay, she won? Then I guess she dealt with her father issues by saying, well, there's always a choice. I am my mother's daughter. I am also my father's daughter. There's the darkness in me, but I don't have to accept it. I have always got a choice, and I choose hands. I will reach out to the hands. What? Okay, so very poetic. It's, I just love the poetry and the visual stimulations, but I felt the storytelling lacked a concrete foundation compared to the previous game. Is all I think on that. So glad I played it. I'm glad we were able to enjoy this together. I hope they come out with a third game. I do. I just feel like this was a little bit of a weaker entry in the Hellblade canon. Colonel 87th says, strong character, bad writers. You've now completed the main story. Senua's companions are now unlocked as narrators. Choose the others in new story or in the pause menu after starting a new game. Oh no, so they've got a new game plus. I really hate this new fad. This new fad of these new games coming out with new game plus versions where they've got more of the story for you, but in order to get that story, you gotta play the game again. It's New Game Plus. Congratulations, you beat the game. All that time and effort and energy you put into it, well done you, Gold Star. But you want triple Gold Star? Play again. I hate that kind of thing. I'd love to know what the other characters say. I'd love to know how else the story unfolds. Perhaps it would make more sense to me. But I'm not gonna play the game again to get it. Especially multiple times to hear the narration of the multiple other characters that we met along the way. No, I'm just not going to do that. And they didn't make me want to care about the story enough to do that. Maybe if the story was so incredibly compelling that I just had to dive in and find out what the other characters have to say, but it's not. It's an okay story. It feels incomplete. I don't know if I would say the writers are bad. Clearly the writers are talented. They've built this amazing universe. They've created this formidable character. I just feel like it lacked thought direction. I feel like if there was any failing, it was in the direction. Because you need a firm direction of single mind to tell a story with a point, to tell the story you're trying to tell. And I feel like they were trying to tell too much, and it never wove together into the tapestry that we would want to see at the end. Instead, I still feel like so many filaments are frayed and hanging loose. Colonel 87th says, I don't think they know what New Game Plus is. Well, they don't call it New Game Plus here. They just call it new narrators. So we can go through the chapters now. We can now skip between all of the different chapters. We can go new story. It resets our progress. So yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. Senua's Psychosis feature, is that the same film we watched in the last one? I think it might be, but you know, I don't have time to watch it right now. I'm not going to go ahead and watch it right now. Hellcat says, I use New Game Plus for Witcher 3 for sure, and Dying Light 1 and 2. I think there's a place for New Game Plus, and I like the way that Resident Evil games have done New Game Plus in the past. I guess that's the type of New Game Plus I'm most familiar with, where I think it's okay. And where I think that it's done well is where you unlock new things that augment the gameplay. You've unlocked New Game Plus. You now have access to these 3 new skills, this new vehicle, these new armors, this new special ability, these new things that augment the gameplay so that if you do play again, it's a completely different experience. But if you hide the lore of the world behind a New Game Plus, if you hide the real story behind a New Game Plus, and you don't change the actual gameplay, then I think it's an insult to the player. You're robbing them of the full story and just asking them to go through it all again to get the full story. I don't know if they're doing that necessarily here, but they're certainly hiding some of the story from us by making us go through the other narrators in order to get their viewpoint. I'm not familiar with how New Game Plus worked for The Witcher, so I can't, judge that. I don't know what that's like. But like I said, I think if you're locking New Game Plus, or if you have a New Game Plus for your game and it augments the gameplay, then that's fine. That's great. You're essentially giving them more game. But if you lock the story behind New Game Plus, that's unacceptable. Okay, well, we did it. That's it, everybody. As I said at the beginning of today's broadcast, I'm running low on fumes as I've been working on my lore video for the weekend all day and I need sleep. So even though we've got a couple hours left of the broadcast, I'm gonna go ahead and call it now. We finished Hellblade 2. Glad we got through the end. I'm gonna end the broadcast and get some sleep, and I'll see you all Saturday morning with a brand new lore video. Thank you all for staying up with me tonight. Hope you guys get some sleep as well. Hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow, Friday. Garg says, well, get better soon, Oxhorn. Bye. Thank you, Garg Dargus. I am feeling a little bit better compared to yesterday, and I hope to feel even better by tomorrow. Hellcat says, for Witcher 3, my first playthrough, for New Game Plus, I am nice. It also allows me to collect things to decorate Corvo Bianco the way I like. Again, all things that are related to gameplay, right? So, yeah, that's right in line with how I think New Game Plus can be implemented correctly, especially if it doesn't wipe all of your progress. One of the reasons why I just never even bothered with New Game Plus for Starfield is because all of your colonies, gone. All of the quests you've already completed, gone. All of the relationships you've already made with any other character, gone. All of the ships that you've created, gone. It just wipes everything you've done. So I think there's a way to do New Game Plus that's good and a way to do it bad. And I think Starfield did it poorly. I think Alan Wake, sadly, did it poorly, Alan Wake 2. And I'm a little disappointed in the way that they've included additional narrations in this game as well. But anyway, that's it for me tonight. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll see you Saturday morning with a brand new lore video. Bye-bye, everybody.